Saturday in South Beach, the playoffs are on the horizon. Only 2 days left of games. This is getting good. It's Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. 5 and 7 missed. Winners of 3 in a row take on 6 and 7 Laces. A win, and they're in. Rakia Jackson on arrival.
Beast, because you can see the beauty is ready. I hope the beast comes out tonight.
On this International Women's Day, we take you inside Wayfair Arena for what feels like a playoff game. 2 days remain in Week 7. Here are your latest standings after last night. Lunar Owls set to be the 1 seed next weekend in the Unrivaled playoffs. Rose in, Laces a win tonight. They're in. Mist has something to say about that. And Vinyl plays later tonight, also at 5 and 7. Still so much to unfold. As we say hello courtside, Brendan Glass-Sheen, the Hall of Famer Lisa Leslie, and Stephanie Reddy will join us on the sidelines. Mist with 3 consecutive wins by an average margin of victory of 17 points. Contributions everywhere, including Dejanay Carrington.
Listen, Dejanay Carrington coming off the bench still has so much impact on the game. And listen, hoopers are gonna hoop, and she's a hooper. It always starts with her defense. One of the best two-way players in the game, but her ability to, with the pull-up jumper, she can knock down the 3, but how she's been most effective, Brendan, is getting to the basket quickly.
She takes pride in the dirty work and getting it done on the defensive end, as you said, Lisa. In all likelihood, drawing the assignment of Kayla McBride, the second leading scorer in Unrivaled.
Well, listen, hoopers are going to hoop, but shooters are going to shoot. And Kayla McBride doesn't have the name Buckets for a reason, because she will knock it down from anywhere on the floor. Listen, when she crosses half court, she's in her range. 25 points the last game, getting down, with the step through. But remember, McBuckets gets buckets, and every now and then she hits some game winners. And okay, do your dance, do your dance. I love it.
Featured in today's starting lineups, out there with Tiffany Hayes and Alyssa Thomas, with a near triple-double in the middle of Week 6. As for Mist, welcome back Jewel Lloyd. Had to missed last game with a personal reason, joined by the budding Rakia Jackson and the co-founder, Mist captain, Brianna Stewart. Our officials tonight, crew chief Angel Kent, referee is Andrew Casas, umpire Lars Murray. Laces win, they're in the postseason. As for Mist, they can shake things up with the victory. No clinching scenario tonight for Mist Basketball Club. Brianna Stewart falling away from the basket. Too strong on the fadeaway.
Now here's where Alyssa Thomas is so effective, because she really affects the forwards with her size and strength.
First quarter commercial free and brought to you by Wayfair. Off the fingertips of Lloyd, turned over by Mist.
I really wish we could keep track of the stats of what AT's defense really does to these forwards in this league. She does an outstanding job of forcing them into shots they don't want to take.
Thomas, a do-it-all player on both ends of the floor, set to join the Phoenix Mercury next year. McBride inside the arc, nothing but net.
McBucket's getting warm, and she said she's going to let it fly. She knows that her team needs this win tonight.
Went for 25 points, now 8 games with 20-plus in Lace's 11 ball games. First points for Mist 1 minute in. Hayes fires the 3. Got off to a slow start, but really important to see that first one go in, comparing today and yesterday. Jackson off the catch.
It would be great to see Rakia Jackson continue to take advantage of McBride guarding her and get down low.
McBride using the screen, rattles home a tray.
Not sure why Jackson went underneath, but McBride, you can't go underneath 2 screens when she's a 3-point shooter.
Let's hear from the third member of our team, Stephanie Reddy.
Hey, Brendan, when we talked to Kayla McBride this morning and I asked her about messaging, knowing that they're having this playoff push at the end of the season, she said she just wants to enjoy it, and that's what she's been telling her teammates. She said when they're enjoying the game, they play their best. It's not been easy, of course, for them mentally, because they've had all those struggles with injuries, but now they're in a place where they're enjoying the game again. She said in the locker room, they can handle anything when they're having fun, and so tonight, they want the same thing.
She's so competitive on the floor, and remember that part of the season in turbulence, trying to get players back. And McBride, Lisa, assumed that challenge to bring others up that had their opportunities here at Unrivaled as Lloyd gets downhill for 2. Now McBride having her soulmates back alongside, feeling good.
I think that she's so much more comfortable with playing with the Tiffany Hayes and with Alyssa Thomas. She does a great job because they know where each other are as Brianna Stewart finishes there so quickly for 2. But they're so much more familiar with one another that their chemistry, she talked about, happy that they're all back together and they can do what they do best because it's all different from each other.
Stewart contests the shot by McBride, short on the jump shot. Each starter for missed has scored as Lloyd fires and short rims the 3. Thomas setting hard screens away from the ball, now on ball for Hayes. 3 in the air, short. Thomas on the track down. Hayes left wide open as Jackson has to backtrack. Hayes short on that one as well.
Yeah, Tiffany Hayes still has not shot the ball well, but still good shots that are makeable for her.
Jackson unable to hit from the inside. Laces rank 2nd in Unrivaled in 3-pointers made, only behind Phantom. Thomas playful around the nail and corralled by Stewart, who has 7 double-doubles on the year, tied for 1st in the league with Nafisa Collier. It's an offensive foul on Jackson.
Rakia Jackson, just too much body on the drive. Trying to be aggressive is what you want to see her getting to the basket, but that one just a little bit too much.
23-year-old Rakia Jackson of the LA Sparks. Here's Jackie Young, who went for 16 off the bench in last night's win over Phantom. At the controls right now, pulls up for 3, swish.
And Coach Wade talked about having Jackie Young back. What an amazing piece for them, and she's coming out, she's back. Shooting, being aggressive offensively, looking to score first, and then pass the ball.
She's shooting near 50% from the 3-point line in 5 games with Laces. Has been banged up throughout the season, picks up the foul. Courtney Vandersloot also in the contest for Mist, who's been on a tear lately as well. 15 points per game over her last 5.
Yeah, Sloot's really knocking him down, especially from the outside. She did such a great job being a facilitator for the Mist. Can she get back to that tonight?
Rakia Jackson set to get a breather, and here is the energizer off the Mist bench that we highlighted off the top, Dejanay Carrington. At the moment, taking the assignment of Jackie Young on the back door. Thomas found Young, tight roping the baseline. Matched up with Vandersloot. Jackie Young's got muscle, working in the paint. The weapon could not get the bounce.
I like it. Taking advantage of Sloot and her size. She tried to get to the basket the best she could.
Ooh, Vandersloot, the speed, effective. McBride on the other end, high off glass, hammered.
Man, I love the way Sloot got to the basket. She knew she had to get that ball high up off the glass, able to finish so strong, but good. When you look at the Laces, Brendan, back out, the transition, no time, giving Miss no time to really recover defensively.
We talk so much about McBride's ability to shoot the ball, but the slashing to the basket, that's really come out in party here in Miami.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of the point guards talked about being better at that. They're so used to driving and kicking. There's no one to kick it to here in 303. They've got to finish.
Kayla McBride with 7, alters the shot by Carrington, keeps it alive. Young looking up the floor, head on a swivel, lost the dribble. Carrington up in McBride's grill, the deflection leads Stewart, tied at 12.
Love it. And I talked about Carrington in the open, the fact that she comes in and her defense immediately impacts the team, turns defense into offense.
Dejanay Carrington averaged a steal and a half with the Connecticut Sun last year, had 61 for the season. McBride the missed layup. And for Mist, using the paint to their advantage, all makes in the paint so far. Catch, finish. Another layup for Mist, timeout Laces.
Excellent execution for the Mist. Moving so well without the ball and catching them, playing high, I love it, and cutting backdoor over the top. Having lots of success with backdoor cuts right now.
Stewart with 8, Mist shooting 6 of 11 from the floor.
In partnership with Under Armour right here at the Wayfair Arena. And our Unrivaled players and staff were proud to guide and mentor young girls from local a look and shoot out the action.
Audio eraser with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra reduces noise so you hear only what you want. To get more from the Galaxy Huddle Cam, check out Unrivaled's Instagram after tonight's game to see and hear for yourself. Mist leads Laces 14-12. Mist has won 3 consecutive games by an average margin of +17. They've been collaborative, using speed offensively, playing more free under head coach Phil Handy.
Absolutely, and you know, they talked about it. They had a team meeting right after the one-on-one break and just tried to figure out, let Coach Handy, we understand what you want us to do, but also allow us to play with a little bit more freedom. And I think they've come to a happy medium, and they've had a lot of success with that.
Jackie Young in score first mode. Laces back in front, 15-14. Carrington attacks the basket. Right on Young.
Carrington really picking up where she left off last game. Defense is excellent, but offense just being able to finish at the basket.
Carrington rising for the board. McBride, it stays in play. But out of bounds, Kayla McBride missed basketball. Aaliyah Edwards on the floor joining Carrington and Vandersloot. And for Laces, Tiffany Hayes set to come back into the ball game for McBride, out there with Dolson and Young.
Tiffany Hayes in for Kayla McBride.
Vandersloot runs the show. Carrington puts the head down, touch pass, Vandersloot back to Carrington. Young gets the hands in.
Excellent defense by Jackie Young.
Pace from Laces. Young's third three.
Listen, she's back and better, knocking down another 3-ball. This is what Jackie Young does.
Aaliyah Edwards fouled.
She's an offensive weapon, and the Laces kept talking about her before she came back, of course, that they couldn't wait for everyone to see what Jackie Young is capable of.
Well, Kayla McBride had glowing reviews for Jackie Young, and she made mention after last night's performance, this is who I had to guard in the WNBA for all these years.
Absolutely.
But now she's her teammate, so.
Well, you love to see it, and you know that she said, listen, I'm out here playing, and the Olympians are literally sitting on the bench watching me, so I want them to join me and play.
Kayla's eyes lit up when we spoke to her this morning about Jackie Young. Now she's in her bag right here, getting Vandersloot in the air, cuts to the rim, lays it home. Jackie Young, 11 points, 4 of 5 from the floor. Vandersloot up fake. Carrington fires and drills the three.
Coach Handy talked about Carrington, just how hard she's been working this whole time here at Unrivaled, regardless of the record, and her hard work is really paying off.
Numbers for Mist. Carrington for Vandersloot. Back and forth we go in this opening quarter. Missed by 1. There's Dejanay with the ball handling. Phil Handy really spoke highly of her ball handling and leading the break. That gives you the confidence for sure.
Well, absolutely, and he really talked about it when Sloot's not on the floor, her being challenged and challenging herself to play the point, but also to be a playmaker.
Mist making it rain down the stretch. 3 straight wins in the mix for a playoff spot. Right now on the outside as the number 4 team, so in the picture, but Vinyl plays later. So as of now, Mist in, Laces in, but so much to unfold here tonight in week 7, Saturday. 3.6 for Laces. Young gives it up. Hayes heaves. Deep side from the crowd.
We all lean though, just hoping. Lean back. That's going in.
What a fun first quarter here in Miami. It feels like a playoff game. Laces with the win, they're in. Mist wants to stay in the picture. 21-20, Mist in front. It's Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. Here is Arike Ogumbawale wearing a custom icy hot patch honoring Unrivaled trainer Lindsay Elizondo. In honor of International Women's Day, Icy Hot will be giving each member of Unrivaled's female-led training staff a $10,000 bonus for their dedication in keeping the players healthy all season long. Love to hear that. The training staff here does a fantastic job, and there are bumps and bruises along the way in this 10-week grind, and they're a big part of the success of this league.
Brendan, a huge part, and I love the fact that these players really praise, as Dolson knocks down a three-pointer, they really praise the staff here, and that's great. But a bonus, $10,000, and you just find out, like, I love it. Unrivaled is truly unrivaled.
Dolson just put Laces back in front by 2 by drilling the 3. He had 6 first-quarter lead changes, now up to 7 for the game. Carrington throws the arms up to dislodge. Dolson fouled on the wrist by Lloyd.
I like the way the Laces are taking advantage of the mismatch. Rolling Dolson down low. They're just now going to have to sub and get Stewart back in there. The Miss were a little bit too small with Dolson on the inside, taking advantage of the smalls.
Stewart with 6 first-quarter points, staying home here in the paint. Dolson pops, locks it in. The pop, lock, and the drop by Dolson. Carrington driving, maneuvers, and lays it home.
Carrington is really in her bag tonight. Like, she's picked up where she left off, aggressive on defense, and is really turning into excellent offense.
Taking advantage of her length on the offensive end. Always does it defensively at 5'11". Matchup nightmare. Young, another triple for Jackie Young, her 4th. Lloyd breaks free, fouled by Dolson. What did Jackie Young have for breakfast this morning?
Listen, Jackie Young is happy to feel good. And you know, that happens sometimes when you're a player who's injured and you're steadily working out and trying to get back. She's shooting the ball great. This is the player that you know that she is. And then defensively, just trying to make an effort every single time for the ball.
Has already surpassed her season average of 13 points a game.
Medical timeout.
Cleanup duty in front of the icy hot shelf. Speaking of, 1 for 2 free throw is true for Jewel Lloyd. 28-25, Laces. Shooting 6 of 12 from distance, 50%. Second most threes made in Unrivaled. Young with 4 of them. Leaning in, score it, and the foul. The weapon locked and loaded today.
She's locked and loaded, and the weapon has unleashed on Unrivaled. We have to remember, listen, Jackie Young didn't get a chance to play, but she stayed here this whole time. She's been training. She's been getting shots up. She's been playing one-on-one against the guys. All of this hard work, she's been in the weight room, and it's showing right now.
Have a night. 17 points for Young. Out with a lower body injury, was shaken up in one-on-one as well. It's really cool to watch her out there. Like you said, could have easily escaped Miami. That 3 is good, and the foul! Jackie Young!
Show her what you're talking about. The weapon is unleashed. 20 points. We're only in the second quarter, folks. Jackie Young is going off. I told y'all she was a weapon. It's just, you know, give her a little time to get into Unrivaled. This has been awesome.
What did Kayla McBride say this morning? This is who I had to guard in the summertime. Love to see it. Jackie Young has just tied her season high for points in a game in the first half with 20.
All right. Don't nobody fucking talk shit to me. Don't nobody talk shit to us. We got to turn the dial up a little bit, all right? Turn the fucking pressure up. On this end of the floor, anything with Jackie in a pick and roll right now, you two are switching it. Hey, we got to guard, right? I'm done with that shit. We got to guard on this end. They want to talk all that shit, then let's make it personal on this end of the floor, right? We're doing a great job down there. All we got to do is just manage our defense down here, okay? Manage our defense. Hey, we're going to go V-rip, okay? Stewie, Kia, Jewel, go to Jewel's side, right? Come off of Rakia. If they happen to help, Key, you just pop back, right? Continue to play the game. If she pops you, you hit, you come out, Kia, we turn the corner. Hey, continue to play. Don't overreact. She makes some tough shots. Now let's turn the dial up, all right? Come on, White. Come on, White. Here we go. Miss on 3. 1, 2, 3. Miss.
Lace is winning the quarter right now, 14-6. Thoughts, Lisa, on Phil Handy's message?
Well, listen, it sounds like some words were said that we didn't hear, but they're responding, and he's encouraging his team to respond, and that's what you have to do. You get punched in the mouth, you either respond and you show up and you fight back, or you get blown out. So there's an option right here on the table, and he's trying to encourage his team to fight back, get physical.
Jackie Young, 20 points, 7 of 8 shooting, 5 of 5 from deep. Now 15 of 26 from 3 this year. And she has a new season high, 21, here in Miami.
Woo, 21. This is awesome.
Now all that said, missed just down 8. Stewart left the 3 short. Dolson, Young, and Hayes for Laces. Lloyd, Jackson, and Stewart for miss. Now Young, controlling with the dribble. Feeds Dolson. Dolson fakes the handoff. Jackson the board. Pushing pace for Kia Jackson. Pouncing in the lane. Step back, no. Wanted the foul call. Lloyd the interception. Shovels to Stewart.
Right now, the miss. Gotta stop complaining. Rakia's barking at the official. You gotta stop complaining and play.
Hayes on the blow by. Dolson, cleanup crew. 37-27.
This is where hoopers just have to hoop. You gotta find a way. Find a way, stay aggressive to the basket, stop taking fadeaways, and try and get fouled so you can get to the line and help close this gap. Only down by 10. But you know what they say, you get down by 10, 15 in this league, and it feels like it's over. It's a long road.
Biggest lead is 10. Dolson could not add to it. Numbers here for missed. Stewart off the catch. Buries it. Much needed for Stewie. Just 13% from deep here at Unrivaled. A confidence booster to get missed within 7. Young, 6 for 6. Not quite. Hayes taps it out. Dolson passes it up. Dolson. You got it. Stephanie Dolson.
Okay, big girl, knock it down. Big Mama said, I need an oxygen tank, but right now, I'm still gonna knock down this 3 ball. Gotta love it. Stephanie Dolson with 10 points and 5 rebounds.
Has now made her last 4 threes here on TruTV. We'll be back. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Great Taste, 96 calories, Miller Lite, tastes like Miller time. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. Laces lead missed by 10, 40-30. Jackie Young has knocked down 5 3-pointers, missed as a club just 2. Last night, Laces took a league-high 30 3-pointers, made just 10 of them. But tonight, 8 of 15 from deep. Jackson with the tough shot. Corralled by Thomas. Bulldozer coming through. Hayes now drives and swirls it home.
Laces really just having their way with their execution and their offense and getting to the basket.
Just an inside-outside attack. Thomas rising for the rebound. Out there with Hayes and McBride, the starting trio. McBride got Stewart in the air. Stop and start by Kayla. Thomas hasn't scored yet, but 4 boards, 2 assists. Hayes steps into a J. Stewart the rebound.
Hayes can't really find the basket, but she's still doing a good job of being aggressive.
Pretty move by Stewart, motoring inside. Thomas the box out, 3-on-2. Lob it, Hayes the finish. They're getting that run and stops, leading to scores.
Excellent defense leading to their transition offense.
Vandersloot the other way. Crafty move on the block.
And it's interesting, Brendan, because I would have thought that the Mist would have been the team to be able to get out and run, but no, it's the Laces doing a nice job executing their offense.
This is the Laces offense we saw early in the air. First points for Thomas. Depositing in for 2. And Hayes the disruption defensively to not let Stewart accept the ball deep. Laces all year long, despite the injuries and even their hot start, they've defended at a high level. Top scoring defense. It was the offense that was MIA. Now it's coming into fruition at the right time as the playoffs near. Vandersloot with the long 2.
You're right, Brendan. They're coming together. This is a time when you want to come together. I mean, we know that they suffered injuries throughout the whole team, but now having everyone back, they're finding their rhythm.
Scored 86 points opening night, January 18th against Phantom. High-powered machine offensively. On this end, they'll get Thomas for the foul, a grab on Stewart. Just the first on Thomas, second as a club against Laces. Carrington back in the ball game, checks in for Jackson. Mist trying to get on the same page. Carrington, the rack attack.
Listen, Carrington is on, and she is not only on, but she's being super efficient and deliberate, as coach talked about, being a good decision maker. Excellent decision.
It's the bench right now for Mist. 17 combined from Carrington and Vandersloot on 8 of 10 shooting. Thomas on the drive. Stewart the rejection. Numbers for Mist. Carrington taking matters into her own hands, absorbs the contact. Swallowed up by Hayes, finding McBride. Stewart did her thing to get back defensively.
Excellent effort by Brianna Stewart to get back and contest that shot. Otherwise, you know, Kayla McBride would have hit at least the rim.
Carrington volleyballs the basketball, trying to keep it alive, but runs out of real estate. 49.5 seconds to go in the second. This was a 1-point game at the end of 1. Mist with the lead, but Laces by 11 here in the second. So some personnel changes by both head coaches. Dolson, Thomas, McBride for Laces, Carrington, Edwards, and Stewart for Mist. A win for Laces, they're in the playoffs. Would be the 3rd team to clinch. Stewart. Fouled by Thomas on the floor. It's the second on AT.
Well, I love the way Brianna Stewart is just attacking the basket. She got downhill and she didn't let anyone slow her down, and she was able to get that foul.
has 11 points. Stewart leads Unrivaled in free throw points with 58. Nifty move by Stewie. Taps it out to Carrington, hesitated, guarded by Thomas, her teammate in Connecticut. And on the entry, last touched by Aaliyah Edwards, Laces basketball.
The one thing Miss keep doing is throwing hope passes. Like they hope that it makes it to the player that they're intending to get it to, as opposed to allowing the post to really get that position in front and make a decent bounce pass. Or if you're going to throw it over the top, get it up higher.
Thomas had the controls, fires a pass, picked off by Mist. Can't hold for the final shot, but they want to go out and run. Carrington to Edwards.
Excellent pass. Oh, and Edwards on the inbound.
Carrington, the follow, puts it home. Hustle by Mist. 4 seconds. McBride to the U. 4-0 spurt to make it a 6-point game.
Absolutely, and you got to give Mist a lot of credit. The fact that they picked up their defense, was able to turn over the Laces and finish. Get those 2 extra points, closing the gap.
21 bench points from Mist, including 11 from Carrington. And Jackie Young explodes for 21 on 7 of 9 shooting. Stay tuned for Unrivaled Halftime, presented by Ford. We come back to Miami after the break.
Unrivaled Halftime is brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud.
Satu suits up one last time for Phantom while Ray Burrell and Vinyl are in the playoff picture. Moments ago, Stephanie Reddy catches up with Ryan Howard.
Thank you so much. Joined by Ryan Howard. Let's talk about the significance of the game tonight. What have you all been talking about?
We've just been talking about finishing it out, sticking together, continuing to do what works, getting better at what hasn't been working for us. Obviously, we know what's at stake here, but we're not trying to let that put any pressure, any added pressure on our shoulders. As long as we do what we're capable of doing, do what's gotten us even in this position, you know, despite some of our circumstances, I think just staying with that.
So we're at the point of the season now where we are at the end. You have 2 games left before the playoffs if you guys get in. What's been the identity of this team? How are you successful?
I think our defense. At the times when our offense hasn't been working, we've always been able to say, okay, where our defense has been was keeping us in the game. Just the way that we stay together, like I mentioned before, our chemistry is always good no matter what's happening on the court. You know, we're trying to, there's only 3 people, so there's no way that you can just start unraveling, unfolding. So being able to stay together, stay poised, rely on our defense to get us back into the games, I think that's really what's been our identity here.
So tonight you are facing a team in the Phantom that have officially been eliminated. How do you not fall into that trap of getting comfortable?
I mean, we still need wins too. They've been eliminated, but we still need to get a win to get in and solidify our spot.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
Maybe as the night continues, we'll get ourselves some ride time. Vinyl needs the game later tonight against Phantom. We'll have a second half preview of Mist and Laces, a 6-point game here in Miami. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Here at the Wayfair Arena, Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. Brendan Glasheen, Lisa Leslie, the Hall of Famer, Stephanie Reddy. We'll catch up with her in moments to hear from the coaches. Laces win, they're in, leading 46-40. Lisa, let's take a look at the Miller Lite game summary. Laces are knocking down the 3-ball, 8 made triples in the first half. Jackie Young had 5 of them.
Crazy. And listen, I was fussing yesterday about them shooting so many threes, but they had a lot of misses, so I wanted them to adjust. Don't listen to me. Keep shooting the ball. And come on, Jackie, because the weapon has been unleashed.
Well, to your defense, it's the quality of the look, and Lisa, when they get stops, they're getting out and running. You might not see steals, but holding Mist to just 2 of 5 from the 3-point shot. Mist getting a lot of layups, but Yeah, I mean, Laces had a really efficient first half of offense.
Well, they did a great job with their pick and rolls, with their sets just in general. Alyssa Thomas even being the facilitator, driving and kicking it out. And the beautiful thing about them being so unselfish, they said when whoever is hot, that's who they're going to feed. And right now, it's Jackie Young.
Season series between these two clubs is tied 1-1. They met on January 20th. Laces won by 20 points. McBride went for 21. Alyssa Thomas had a double-double. Then on February 24th, missed with the victory. Brianna Stewart went for 21 and 12. 65-49, so two lopsided games through one half of basketball in the third game to two-possession ball game. Lloyd absorbs and missed the J.
This is the third quarter. Miss have to turn it up. Both teams going to be as effective as they can as we see Tiffany Hayes getting to the bucket.
Stewart strides into a three. Second one for Stewart tonight.
Now Brianna Stewart start knocking that down consistently. We're really going to have a nice ball game for the fourth quarter.
14 for Stewart, 48-43. Hayes backpedals. Stewart guarding. Now Dolson has the matchup of Jackson. Stewart climbs in for the rebound. Brianna Stewart on the attack. Back comes McBride of Laces, the league's second leading scorer. Little Hezzy roping out and drilling the jumper.
Oh no, the hooper is hooping, and she said she's gonna play free. Don't worry about the score, and it looked like it as she knocks down that jumper. 12 points.
Stewart, button goes. Now 16 for Brianna Stewart. Both coaches and their messaging, let's find out as McBride cans another. Stephanie Reddy.
Well, thank you so much. I talked to both coaches, and the coach for the Laces, Coach Andrew Wade, he was saying how he was happy that they were super aggressive. You guys talked about Jackie Young, how good she's been already with 21 in the first half, so he was very happy about that, but he did want to see a better defensive effort. He said they were a little soft in the paint. He wants to see more protection at the rim. Now, on the other side, Phil Handy said defense has to be tougher, too. He did say that he wants them to take care of those long rebounds, so watch for that, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Phil Handy was very outspoken when Jackie Young went on that monster run, and it seems the intensity picked up by Mist. McBride just fouled Stewart. So here's Brianna Stewart at the line. First trip there this evening. Again, league leader in free throw points, 58. In fact, Mist as a club notches about 12.5 free throw points a night. That leads Unrivaled. Hayes downhill. Missed with numbers the other way. Lloyd probing. Jewel Lloyd, that was nasty.
That was real nasty with the nice crossover and flow. Finishing on the inside.
One of her new teammates likes what she sees.
And I really like that play. Such a smart play. First of all, Jewel Lloyd in her bag with the crossover. But then taking that offensive foul from Stephanie Dolson, she saw the big girl coming downhill. She did a nice job of sacrificing her body to step in there.
Dolson checks out with 3 personal fouls, so Andrew Wade has to monitor her minutes. And now look at this lineup, 3 wings on the floor. Dolson on the bench.
Well, when you talk about getting to your money spots, that's exactly what Stewie is doing. 18 points.
Jackie Young, in and out. Stewart the box out, numbers again for Mist. A powerful dribble by Lloyd. Unable to hit. Good to see Hayes back up on her feet after taking the fall as Jackson gets the hands in the cookie jar. Ruled missed ball. Jackie Young wants a challenge by her head coach. He's transmitting the message, we're not going to do that quite yet. We're going to save it. 7th turnover by Laces. Stewart is fouled. Let's see who they punish. In all likelihood, McBride. Yes. Look at Hayes. Her second.
I love the way Stewie is playing right now. Just her overall effort, 18 points, 10 rebounds. She's giving it her all. She knows how important this game is for the Mist.
Stewart missed her first free throw attempt, 81% for the year. Missed within 2. It was a 6-point deficit at halftime. Alyssa Thomas returns to the bench now. She's making her way to the scorer's table. Good sign for Laces. Hayes has got a one-on-one with Stewart. Keeps those arms spread and in front. Young, penetration with 2. Jackie Young's got a fire. Young got it off. Jackson on the move. Rakia Jackson for 2. We're tied up.
Listen, we're not only tied up, the Mist have come out with a vengeance. Their big lineup is really working for them. Their defense is turning into their offense now.
10-2 run. McBride guarded tightly by Jackson. Kayla McBride chiseling inside. Give her 2 more. 14 points. Laces is making a case that there was a delay of game on the other end by Mist. And get a timeout on the floor. I think they wanted to get a break in the time since we're at the media timeout here in the third. Laces 55, Mist 53.
Here you see Rakia, the beauty came down, and she was a beast, able to finish at the net.
Thank you to Miller Lite, proud partner of Unrivaled, for this amazing setup for the fans here at Wayfair Arena. Go grab yourself a beverage. It's the nucleus of the building here at Wayfair. And drink responsibly, of course. Have a time here in Miami.
Yes.
Stephanie Reddy, joined by a special guest.
Yes, Brendan, we're in Miami, so it would be great to have no one other than Udonis Haslem, affectionately known as UD. All right, have you been here before? Let's get this first up.
No, this is my first time coming, and shame on me. I've been busy doing a little bit of TV, you know.
Yeah, don't mention that. But it's been fun, right? This game is different.
Oh, I love the pace. It's up and down. It's action-packed. It's exciting. It's never a dull moment.
So did you happen to pay attention during that 1v1 tournament that they had? It's a unique aspect of this league that the men have been a little envious of because they crowned a champion at the end, and Nafisa Collier was queen of the court.
I loved it. I loved it. I mean, you got to guard your yard. I'm a defensive guy, so I love playing defense, especially one-on-one, getting a stop. So I'm the type of guy, when you play one-on-one, I like to get points for stops, playing defense. So I loved it.
That was awesome. Okay, before I let you go, since we're in Miami and since you're here and you're familiar with championships, people at home may not know you have not only won NBA championships, you have a franchise called the Renegades, and you've won a couple championships here in Miami with the Hialeah, right?
Yeah, you've done your research. I have won. I've won one, and I've been in the championship for the last 2, and we have not won since the first one we won. So I'm still licking my wounds from losing last year, but we're right back where we need to be, and we'll get it done.
All right, I wish you good luck. Who do you think is going to win this one?
Tight game right now, but I'm a huge Stewie fan. So yeah, I'm a huge Stewie fan. I got a couple people I'm here to see. I got to see Tasha Cloud. So I'm here to see a few people, but I think they'll pull it off. It's a close game right now.
All right, Great to see you. Thanks so much for stopping.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys.
Udonis Haslem, 3-time NBA champion. McBride sinks the three right as he made his pick for Stewart and missed. Jackie Young. So much ability. Young with 21 points.
Ooh, tough offensive foul there, but UD is a great ambassador, a great guy, great family man. Has done so much for the community here in the 305. Just an excellent stand-up guy. So we really appreciate having him here at the house.
No doubt about it.
Unrivaled.
Third personal on Alyssa Thomas. As we come up on 2 to play in the third. Approaching the winning score, fourth quarter, established by the team leading after three. Jackson rips it away, submerging between McBride and Thomas. That's pursuit.
Listen, you unleashed the beast out here. We got another chance. When this forward comes alive, the Stewie's doing her thing, but Rickea Jackson has a tough guard tonight, trying to keep up with Jackie Young, as well as Alyssa Thomas.
Thomas almost returned the favor. Young gets Edwards in the air, splash. 23 for Jackie Young.
Jackie Young about to warm it back up. She's passed the ball enough.
Carrington does not answer. Tracked down by Thomas. Out there with Young and McBride. Kayla McBride put on the line. Short on the long two. Carrington has really mastered her ball handling here in Miami on the entry. McBride called for the foul. The third team foul on Laces. Second on McBride individually.
And Aaliyah Edwards really just struggling to catch the ball in all facets of this game thus far. She's going to have to slow down because she can be really effective. We saw her one-on-one, excellent player. And sometimes she's just a little bit too rushed.
If Laces win tonight, become the third club to head to the Unrivaled playoffs. Missed one hang in tough. Jackson to Edwards, a rookie exchange. Phil Handy trusting the youngsters in crunch time of the third, leaning in, Young no. Thomas muscles the board, and a foul on Carrington. Not in the act of shooting.
Wow.
No penalty situation for missed, so not too consequential. Young carving out space. Oh my goodness. Jackie Young, the weapon has been turned loose. 25. Jackson can't answer. Stephanie Dolson mouths, oh my God. Foul on Hayes.
Tiffany Hayes got caught with her hand in the cookie jar, keeping Aaliyah Edwards off the board. She can't believe it.
Laces 14 fouls, one more. That puts Mist at the line. And there it is. That's crucial. So it allows Mist to step to the free throw line and potentially get the final shot of the quarter. They could still establish the winning score.
Well, that should always be the goal. And as I talked about, slowing the pace down, trying to get to the free throw line is key. It's a great strategy, especially on 3-on-3, and especially when one free throw is worth 2 points.
Carrington makes it a one-point game. Laces using the three ball to build the lead early in the game. Hayes in traffic, no. Dolson, yes.
Stephanie Dolson, great offensive rebound down there, using her size, able to finish strong.
Carrington strong to the hole. Jackson on the back door, spin move. 7 seconds for Laces. In control of the lead. And Carrington fouls on the wrist of Young. Smart play by Carrington for the simple fact that they had one to give. It's just the second on Carrington. Pardon me, the third on Carrington individually. She'll check out. Stewart in. Mist would love a stop and maybe a 2 or 3 on the other end. Young makes the catch. Jackie Young to Dolson. 3 in the air. No. However, Laces established the winning score. 75 points. They reached 73 last night to end their mini losing streak. Laces a win, they're heading to the playoffs. Mist hopes to get in the way. Fourth quarter's coming up. You're watching Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. Back here at the Wayfair Arena as we enter the fourth quarter, the winning score is presented by State Farm. It's 75 points. Laces fans loving it here in Miami, hoping their squad punches a ticket to the Unrivaled playoffs. Need a win to do so. Kayla McBride has had her hand involved. 17 points. 3 made threes. Jackie Young with 25. Out there right now, Thomas on the pass inside, fouled by Vandersloot.
Smart foul by Vandersloot. What you don't want to do is get switched on to AT and end up down there in the post with her.
Brianna Stewart leads Mist with 20 points, 10 rebounds, 8th double-double of the season to lead Unrivaled. Young works it inside, outlet with 4 to shoot. Shot clock remains on despite no game clock. Hayes 3, well short. Now 0 for 5 from distance. The fourth quarter is commercial free, and it's brought to you by AT&T. Mist is 3 for 6 from deep. Laces 10 of 23. Season high 13 threes opening night against Phantom. Vandersloot hesitates a bit, hits Stewart on the roll, and a foul before the shot.
I like what Coach Handy's did there, though. Having that, where you have both posts rising high, really puts the defense in a tough position trying to guard the roller.
Hayes, Thomas, and Young, each with 3 personal fouls. Jackson roaming in the paint. Beautiful.
Kia Jackson, more of that, especially while you have the bigs in, able to take advantage of some smalls out there.
Nasty Euro by Hayes and hung up on the heel, falls in. 10 points for Hayes. Vandersloot searching, now probing, hard around the screen, looking to feed Stewart. Staying here with 6 to shoot.
Well, the biggest problem the Mist had on that particular play is while they're trying to run horns, the spacing is not that great. Once she plays, Sloot plays with one forward, the other one must space out.
5 on the timer. Stewart shielded by Thomas. Brianna Stewart is fouled. That's the 4th on Thomas. And Stewart goes to the free throw line for a 3rd time. By the way, while Mist does not have a clinching scenario tonight, Mist fans, don't hit the panic button. Not eliminated with the loss tonight. Now, a lot rides on what happens between Phantom and Vinyl. Phantom out, Vinyl still alive at 5 and 7. But then we get into the tiebreakers. But it would go a long way for Mist to win this game. Laces, of course, clinch. Hayes is the 4th quarter answer this weekend for them. Stewart flies in the paint. It's off her leg, it's going the other way. And Phil Handy trusts his veterans. They're going to challenge the call.
And that's tough to use this challenge right here. But hopefully, I think Stewie is really confident that someone else hit that ball.
Sloot know where she want to go. Take her left hand away, and we can track that, right? We can track it. If we win this, I think the ball is going to be underneath. Okay? Key, take the screen, right? You don't have to push her off because she's going to try to switch.
And look who's in the house tonight. 2-time champion, Olympic gold medalist, A'ja Wilson, checking out Unrivaled.
Listen, that's the 3-time MVP. Also, don't forget A'ja Wilson, the best player in the world. And can we just not even imagine and wait for her to join Unrivaled? Hopefully we can see her next year. Her left hand, her dominance, whether it's the 3-point shot, going left, her midi, inside, back to the basket. When you talk about the greatest player who would be great at Unrivaled, now listen, Fee came out and said, listen, she's the best here, and she is, but there is another woman called A'ja Wilson who's the best in the world. And don't even bring up the one-on-one. Let me just stop. I'm getting warm over here just thinking about it. A'ja Wilson, come on to Unrivaled, sweetheart. We need you. Hopefully she'll accept my invitation.
Period. Couldn't have said it better than myself. From one Hall of Famer to a future Hall of Famer, that's for sure. But great to have A'ja in the building. Brianna Stewart, her teammate, of course, on the Olympic team. Jackie Young, her teammate in Vegas. Jewel Lloyd, future teammate. So a whole lot of A'ja connections in this game.
And I'm sure they've told her great things about it. But I understand her taking a break. She's had a phenomenal year.
Call stands, unsuccessful challenge. Laces ball within 7 of the winning score. Hayes faked right, blasting left. Carrington's box out helps Stewart get the basketball in the paint. Brianna Stewart up to 24 points. But Hayes is on the other end. Gotta play catch up.
Wow. Well, cherry picking every now and then comes in handy.
Laces timeout.
Bill Handy was doing everything he could to tell his teammates that Tiffany Hayes was still down court, but they scored so fast, and in that excitement, no one recognized that she was still back under the basket.
Hayes has all 6 fourth quarter points.
Stewie, Rakia, keep go, right? Wait for it. She's trying to go under, so Stewie, set it on a good angle, right? If you don't have what you like, Sloot, pocket pass not, you can go to Rakia, right? Continue to play. Continue to attack the basket. Miss on 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
It's not the first time Hayes has leaked out like that. It almost reminds me, we talk about the one-on-one schoolyard effect. It's like the player that's out of gas and they say, all right, I'm down here, I'm just gonna wait and watch that next possession go by. But heads up play by Hayes. Laces 5 points away from winning this game. Mist needs 8 points. Vandersloot pull-up is money.
Okay, Sloot, I see you with the slow motion pull-up. Knock it down.
Courtney Vandersloot, 12 points. Thomas zips it back out to Hayes. Vandersloot lost her balance. Hayes leaner, 8 points in the quarter for Tiffany Hayes.
Tiffany Hayes really doing an excellent job on both ends of the court. But her offense, her ability to get downhill is just, she's so fast.
Laces need a 3 on the other end to win the game. Mist need points and stops. Jackson off 1 foot, no. See if they turn to Jackie. She's made 5 threes tonight. Thomas the screen. Jackie Young dislodged off the foot, a kicked ball. Laces keep possession. Phil Handy turns to Carrington and Lloyd, in for Vandersloot and Jackson. No Kayla McBride on the floor right now for Laces. Young comes to get it. 10 to shoot for Laces. Within 3 of the winning score. Jackie Young the spin. Guarded by Stewart. Young playing with the pivot foot with 2. Young got space. No good. Urgency right now from Mist. You can see it in their eyes. Circling around. Lloyd lost the ball. Carrington backpedaling. Here comes the freight train. Thomas. Loose ball. Young passed it up. They reset. 8 to shoot. Alyssa Thomas against Carrington. Spinning. Using the elbow for space. And the foul. Thomas can win it at the line.
Alyssa Thomas, only 4 points, but her impact on this game has been amazing, where there's been the screen setting, the facilitating from the forward position, and now an opportunity to close it out.
0 for 1 tonight and 4 for 8 on the season coming in. Fires, missed it.
And don't let me forget 11 rebounds.
Lloyd plays off the screen, barreling in the paint. Hayes stood straight up. Laces on the move. Jackie Young. It's been her night, has 25, lost the dribble. Stewart is all over Young. Thomas back out to Young, 3 for the game, no! Mist still alive, timeout Phil Handy.
Wow. Phil Handy calls a timeout right when Brianna Stewart had an opportunity to score. That might be one timeout he wished he could get back.
Timeout Mist.
Had the sense that maybe his group just needed a breather. Let's get back on the same page. And of course, it's one of those, wait, don't do that kind of things. But Mist is in this thing. Down 6 to the winning score, and Laces needs just 1 point.
Get a stop on this end. On the offensive side of the ball, we'll just end this shit right here. Jack, AT, tip, we're going pistol chase. I want you to start from the back. Tip, just work for a good angle inside. Hit, chase it, Jack, get downhill, end the game, all right? Get downhill.
Welcome to the game, 5-time NBA champion.
Come on, one stop, Laces, one stop. Let's go, Laces on 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, come on.
Mist basketball. Down 6 to the winning score. Laces need just 1 point. Where might the ball go here, Lisa, for Mist?
Well, I would think Stewie would have the ball in her hands.
Thomas almost picked it off. Poked into Carrington's hands, just hoists it up. And out of bounds. No
Wow,
foul.
what a missed opportunity.
The next basket for the Laces wins the game.
The official is having a conversation with someone from underneath, and they need the ball to get wiped down.
Wipe me down. Look at you, really good.
Ah, that's right. And don't ask me to sing. You could have, though. We would have been even 1-1.
Right.
Here we go. Next basket for Laces wins the basketball game. Dribble handoff, Hayes to Thomas. And wrapped around Carrington. The officials are going to get together about this. They send both clubs to their respective benches. Angel Kent has a message for Carrington. They're going to take a look at this. There's excessive contact and a potential upgrade.
The officials had our angle blocked. Oh my gosh. Oh, for sure. Oh my gosh, she's all around her net. We couldn't see it from our angle because of where the officials were standing.
Right. Well, if there's an upgrade, a potential game-winning free throw is on the way. If there's an upgrade. There's Thomas gesturing to her neck area.
I mean, when you talk about a basketball play, the way she attempts to grab her, seems like the officials would, oh, you know, again, we're not the officials, but it just, that seemed a little excessive to me.
Flagrant, it should be a shooting foul. For whatever reason, if it's not a shooting foul, Jack, AT, tip, side out, AT, you flash, hit, tip, you fly off it, Jack, hand off.
So they get anybody to shoot? AT shoots, okay, and then we get the ball back.
She gonna make it anyway. She gonna make it, yeah.
All right.
Well, there's the confidence of Andrew Wade because we indeed have an upgrade. One shot for 1 point, Thomas can win it. Has one game winner this year for Laces. The team captain, the engine, AT, missed it.
Well, I don't think that's her strong suit. Her arm has been hurting. She got hit in it. That's her second free throw miss. But you know what? I'm kind of happy she missed it. I want to see more basketball anyway. Can the miss close this out or what?
Final Phantom coming up next here on TruTV. Laces look to punch its ticket to the playoffs. Thomas in control. Handoff Hayes back to Thomas. Stewart guarding, blocks the shot. Miss still alive. Sling it to Carrington. All by herself against Young, and a foul committed by Jackie Young. That's her fourth. And the third on Laces as a club.
Well, the physical play, again, Carrington getting downhill on Jackie Young as they go back and forth. But, you know, it's physical. This game is really important right now.
No kidding. For missed, not eliminated with a loss, but a win here would create more chaos for Monday night. Pending finals result against Phantom. 6 to shoot. Jackson to Stewart, hanging in the air, missed it off the back rim. Let's see if Laces get it done on this trip. Jackie Young with 25, pummeling inside. Jackie Young sends Laces to the postseason. Celebrate, soulmates.
Jackie Young with 27 points. I told you the weapon was back yesterday, and she's been unleashed, folks. She's gotten to her rhythm. She made some important decisions there, whether it's been her pick and roll skills, getting downhill, forcing teams to guard her, or her ability to shoot the three ball on the outside. She's just been outstanding tonight.
Just a superb game for Young, and you admire how she's come back fighting through injuries multiple times. 6th game of the year, goes for a season-high 27. Standing by with Stephanie Reddy.
Thank you so much, Brendan. Okay, Jackie. It took a little bit for the game to come to an end, but talk us about that last possession.
Yeah, we knew we were fighting for a playoff spot today, and so it wasn't going to be an easy win. Like you said, it was a hard-fought win, and I just got the ball and tried to be aggressive, get downhill, and you know, make the basket.
You know, that's what you do, right? Our Lisa Leslie has given you the nickname The Weapon because you have been on a tear and unleashed yourself on this league. What's it been like for you the last couple of games?
Yeah, it feels good just being back. It's been a long journey back, you know, and so just trying to stay confident and stay mentally ready. My teammates have helped me tremendously along the way, you know, the trainers, shout out to Jerica, Susan, you know, they've really helped me get to this point, you know, and so I just have to give credit to my teammates for just sticking with me throughout the way. I know it's been rough and I haven't been myself or what people have expected, you know, and so just credit to them for, you know, just keeping me confident every day.
How does it feel to be going to the playoffs?
Sorry, what was that?
How does it feel to be going to the playoffs now officially?
Yeah, it feels great. We knew what was on the line tonight, and so we were able to get the job done. We were able to lock in. It was a hard-fought game, physical, and so we just really needed to get that playoff spot, and we knew it was up to us, and so we didn't want to have to depend on the next few games to see whether or not we were going to make it.
Nice job. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Guys.
45 points over the last 2 ball games for Jackie Young. Let's take a look at the assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Jackie Young with the give and go, crossover and get into the basket. She knew exactly what she wanted when she passed that ball. Jackie Young was on fire tonight.
One of 15 assists for Laces on the night. 76-69 your final here in game 1. The return of Arike Agumbawale looking to help Vinyl stay in the playoff picture and improve to 6-7. Taking on Phantom, eliminated from playoff contention. That is coming up next here on TruTV at the Wayfair Arena. Laces going to the playoffs. We now have 3 tickets punched. Who will get the last one, Miss or Vinyl? We've got another basketball game coming up, people. Stick around here on TruTV.
Welcome back to Miami. I'm Stephanie Reddy. Unrivaled has been great for the players on and off the court. Let's go behind the scenes with Laces guard Tiffany Hayes.
Tiffany Hayes is shooting her shot in fashion with a line of unique clothing that has her standing out from the rest.
My name is Tiffany Hayes, better known as Tip. I am with the Laces. I started my clothing brand, Sayonara, after I retired. I was playing 2 seasons a year, which leaves no room for other things. Saya was kind of my way of connecting with a community, really, and building a community, and also spread the message that I want to spread to the world, which is mental health awareness and financial literacy. Those are my 2 main things that I like to incorporate with my brand. I was challenging myself. You can start your own clothing brand and be as successful as you was on the basketball court. I started it because it's kind of something that I needed. It's a feel-good thing. It's a mental thing for me. It's a hobby. It's a love. It's a passion. I'm getting good at it. I think my clothes are pretty cool. I wear my clothes all the time. I love wearing my clothes. And I like to wear them before they even come out, just to like get those reactions like, oh, those are dope. Like, oh, I made them. Oh, you made those? Like, yeah. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. Guess what? This is my stylist, Christina Nigwe. We've been working together for like 4 years.
So I started off styling her. As she was traveling, she started getting her own ideas of how she wanted to present herself, what she wanted to dress like, fabrics that resonated with her.
She's like the one I'm really learning from a lot. My first collection is called the Gallivanter, which is another word for like wanderer, because I travel a lot. I'm going to a new team. I signed to a new franchise, Golden State Valkyries. That was kind of a scary thing because you don't know, it's like a brand new place, but you can't be fearful. If you think of all the positive things and you want positive things to happen, like, why not go take that chance? I'm in my element when I'm walking down the runway because every game I want to put on something where, 1, I feel good, and for 2, I'm kind of representing myself and my brand at the same time. Let's see, these are one of my favorites. The grass pants, I call those the grounded pants because, that's how they make me feel. I like to ground. Grounding is when you put your feet straight to the ground. You get that energy. These are called the Nomads. It's a cork material, it's cork fabric, and it just reminds me so much of being in Spain. I was in Spain for a long time. Spain is known for its wines. From there, we go here. I named these Graffiti Love, and it reminds me of Atlanta because I got drafted there. I played 10 plus years in Atlanta, and it kind of gives me a sense of home. And these are actually unreleased. Still can't get these yet. I was like real kept to myself, shy when I was younger, so a little bit of that is still, a lot of that is still in me to this day. You gotta be fearless in a lot of this stuff you're doing. My goal is just to be happy, stay healthy, and to help people. Do my best everywhere I go, make sure I leave an impact.
Great stuff, so impressive. You can catch the entire episode after Phantom versus Vinyl. Game 2 is coming up after the break, showing you a look at Arike Ogunbowale coming back to action for the Vinyl. Test the mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Miami, it's game 2 of our Unrivaled on TruTV doubleheader featuring 3-10 Phantom. No postseason for the Ghost Gang. This is the final game of its regular season, taking on still alive 5-7 Vinyl Basketball Club at 5-7, just a half game better than Mist, who just went down moments ago to Laces here at the Wayfair Arena. Let's take a look at the standings now. We are officially halfway through week number 7. Owls, Rose, Laces, all in. We've got 3 of our 4 playoff teams. Vinyl just ahead. A win against Phantom goes a long way, but should the Ghost Gang play upset, that could complicate things. Brendan Glasheen, Lisa Leslie, Stephanie Reddy will join us on the sidelines. For Vinyl, they will get Arike Agumbawale back. She's coming off the bench. The mainstay in the paint, though, has been De'Erica Hamby. I don't think they'd be here in contention without Hamby.
Listen, De'Erica Hamby, I think, has been the most consistent player. And we even talked about possibly a person that you would nominate for MVP, and why? Because her defense, again, she does a great job. But inside, you think she's an undersized big, but she's not. Constantly putting pressure on them. She's able to shoot the 3 ball. She had 31 points. Amazing game. If she can play that way again, Brendan, it'll be a tough night.
Here are our starting lineups. You said it, consistency for Hamby. 5 games in a row with 17+ points. She has scored 14+ in every game she's played in. 10 for Vinyl, with Howard in Canada alongside for Phantom. Satu Sabali back in the starting trio after coming off the bench last night with Cloud and Katie Lou Samuelson. Our officials remain the same from game 1. Angel Ken is our crew chief, Andrew Casas referee, umpire Lars Murray. Final game in the inaugural season for Phantom. While Vinyl looks to keep pace with Laces and get a smidge ahead of Mist. Here's the engaged defense that Teresa Witherspoon wants to see, hitting first. Sabali gets downhill, missed the layup. Howard, a beautiful bounce pass, threading the needle, and Canada goes behind the back. Creativity put out of bounds.
I would have loved to see Canada take that layup, but whatever. Sabali gotta finish down here on the end.
Satu, 15.5 points per game, 13th in the league. Cloud's jumper is good. Oh no. Canada took a fall, and then Cloud falls over Canada.
Well, I mean, we didn't see all of that coming. It looks like something happened with her hip. I'm not sure if Canada's hurt or not, but what's interesting is that Cloud didn't see her, so she was just going to run up the court, and then she fell over her.
Jordan, Canada, 34 seconds into this basketball game, is take a journey down the tunnel and head back to the locker room. So we'll monitor that situation. Ray Burrell has checked in immediately for Vinyl.
And I think that's a good decision by Spoon to put Ray Burrell in, so you can at least try and get Ryan Howard going before you come in with Arike Agumbawale.
Of course, nothing there looked intentional, just wrong place, wrong time by Cloud and Canada for that matter. Ryan Howard missed her first 3-point opportunity, 2nd in the league in 3-pointers made. Adam Harrington's club boasts the most made threes as a club at Unrivaled, 87 3-pointers. Sabali, #1 in percentage. 3-on-2 is the C's part. Howard drives to the basket. Now both clubs try to settle back in after Canada had to exit the game. Sort of a weird stop point in this commercial-free opening quarter, of course.
Both teams really pressing, trying to get their offense going.
Here we go.
Burrell snaking with the dribble. Hamby is doubled. Cloud wrapped up, and a held ball. They'll say a jump ball. Possession stays with Vinyl. Look at that possession arrow.
So which team can really get settled down into running their offense and really start to execute?
Remains to be seen. Phantom does lead thanks to the Cloud jump shot. Hamby on the spin around. Dislodged by Phantom. Cloud penetrating to the basket. Outlet, Katie Lou 3. Rolls off the rim. Burrell in rhythm. Got it.
All right, Sweet Baby Ray knocking down that three-pointer. Vinyl really needing to settle down and get a bucket.
There's the growing composure of Ray Burrell, 3-year pro, 24 years old, out of Tennessee. Howard at the controls, lost it momentarily, defended by an all-time defender in the current era right now in Cloud. Ray Burrell flicks it up and in, and one.
I like to see it, and I love the way that Burrell really challenges Satu Sabali here because she knows she has length on her. But did a nice job finishing with the left in the paint. Go ahead, Sweet Baby Ray.
Burrell with all 5 Vinyl points. Had a surge earlier in the season. She scored the final 9 points to give Vinyl a victory against Mist. Just a quintessential piece to their puzzle. We had a lane violation, so Burrell's back at the line. It's another crack at it. We talked to folks around the league. It's a really hard decision, Lisa, when you have 36 of the very best. And Burrell's name often comes up as players that have most improved since day 1 of being here, considering where they were prior to Unrivaled.
Absolutely, and I think Ray Burrell, just here, the athleticism, the change of speed, her ability to try and finish on the inside, and she's getting better and better. But again, I used to say, when people say you have potential, as Katie Lou Samuelson finishes inside. Potential means you haven't quite made it yet, and that's the thing that the advice that I gave to Sweet Baby Ray is stop complaining, get out here and work hard, and keep your head down. Keep working. You're not there yet.
Howard now 0 for 2 from the three-point line. Sabali can't get it going either, 0 for 3. Hamby on the Euro, fouled by Cloud. We had a long talk this morning with De'Erica Hamby about her free throw shooting, and she was playful about it. Let's be very clear. She's a veteran, understands she's got to be better at the line. So see how the work pays off here.
Well, she was excited that, one, I think she said she thinks too much. She just wants to catch and shoot.
She said before she was using 4 dribbles. Burrell spots up, splash. Sweet Baby Ray with all 8 Vinyl points. Phantom uses a timeout. Ray Burrell being the energizer.
Well, listen, Ray Burrell, she's at times comes into the games and she facilitates and waits until it's her turn. But she's getting to the point where she's realized, especially here at Unrivaled, it's always her turn. If you have the shot, take the shot. If you can drive and beat someone to the paint, beat them to the paint.
We're okay. That'll, baby. Way to battle your ways back through. Good. Ray, bring that thing over on the side here, Ray. All right? Ray has it. Ride. D. Got it? All right? AB. Either way. Bring it down. I want away action for Ryan. All right? Now what they're doing is they're moving if you're with the ball, they're moving all of that defense right there. Okay? They're covering the paint. Okay? They're gonna cover you and say everybody else shoot. Stop. 3, 1, 2, 3. I did it again.
Well, Lisa, you had the luxury of playing with Teresa Witherspoon for 1 season in Los Angeles. I don't know how you'd fare if you played for her one of these nights, because her energy is so infectious.
Absolutely, and listen, I played against her more than I played with her, but she's a leader. She makes people around her better, and that's the sign of not just a great player and teammate, but also a coach. She inspires her players to want to be better and to give their best effort.
Aaliyah Boston has checked in for Hamby. Marina Mabry, Brittany Griner join Katie Lou on the floor for Phantom. Mabry's 3rd game since being injured. Burrell looking for more. Blocked by Griner, leads the league in blocks per game. Burrell nearly swiped it back from Mabry. Dump it into Griner for 2.
Excellent job by Mabry, just really slowing it down, waiting for Griner to get posted up nicely. in the paint.
Mabry coming off a professional season in Chicago and Connecticut, averaged 4 assists a game. Howard's pull up, short. Ryan Howard now 0 for 3. Griner on the run up. BG, 2 more.
Nice job by Phantom finding Griner on the run, but some things that I feel like the Vinyl didn't do right. All 2 shots, just trying to challenge shooting over Brittany Griner. Probably not the player you want to get closer to and then try and shoot over.
And Teresa Weatherspoon told us early in the year, I might not call timeouts, and rarely does she, so she uses a timeout here in the first to reset Vinyl Basketball Club.
Make sure they know that we're not switching with BG. Yeah. Great job. Great switch because we had to. Hey, reminder, we don't have to switch with BG on any pick and roll, but if we do, we do. That's what I'm saying. We got to fight AB, though. And, hey, if we get in a bad way with AB, foul her. Right away. You know what I'm saying? If she's going to get a layup. Yeah. You can get with them, you can get over and under. With Ray, you can mix it up. But, like, if you end up switching, great. Then we'll just foul AB if we get in a bad way. Preferably before she gets a shot off. I'm not switching. No, but I'm saying if we do, yeah. Like, hey, offensively, any of these pick and rolls, the high ones are great. Get downhill. AB has to come up and get you. Go get her, or get them low and then post up. At the very least, we know we can go into her. Okay? Here we go. Fly around. 1, 2, 3, ghost gang.
Speaking of infectious, Adam Harrington has had the right attitude about this experience, too. He's got that big, bright smile every time the huddle leaves him from the bench.
I definitely describe Coach Harrington as warm and fuzzy. But at the same time, he makes it fun. These women have come into this gym every day and put in work and worked on their skills and had one-on-one opportunities to get better and better with Coach Harrington. And you just gotta love that his attitude and positive attitude is infectious.
His big professional break was being the shooting coach for Kevin Durant. Played an overtime thriller last night with Phoenix Suns, but Durant has now paved the way to working with other stars, including recent Miami Heat Jimmy Butler, Sabrina Ionescu of Phantom. Mabry sets the feet, knocks it down. Money Mabry.
Money Mabry. You know what's great about Phantom right now? They have nothing to lose. They're playing so loose. They're not tight. Doesn't matter.
At 3-10, 4-game losing streak and eliminated from playoff contention. Vinyl at 5-7 can leap ahead of Mist with a win tonight. A loss would put both Mist and Vinyl at 5-8. And then we work through the tiebreakers, but still a whole nother day of Unrivaled on Monday. Vinyl and Mist both playing. Lace is done for the regular season, winning earlier to go to 7-7 and to make the playoffs. So we've got 3 clubs in, and it's 2 clubs, Vinyl and Mist for 1 spot.
Ray Burrell's one of the, I mean, she's an outstanding athlete. Almost just missed the dunk right there. She just attempted, wow, the athleticism. And guess who's back?
Arike. Missed the last 5 games. Her most recent performance was the Tuesday after the one-on-one tournament. So good to see Arike back out there nursing a right leg injury. Heineman settles on the block and puts it in. 13-8 Phantom.
Phantom doing a nice job getting some fast break transition points here over the top. Vinyl has to do a better job of getting back to the basket.
Off the chest of Agumbawale. Phantom ball, Arike wanted the foul. 6-year professional out of Notre Dame. Of the Dallas Wings. Pretty big month coming up for the Dallas Wings. You know what I mean. Number 1 pick in the draft. Mabry off the mark on the jumper.
I do know what you mean.
Okay. Certain someone here at Unrivaled, future Unrivaled, we'll leave it at that. We come up on a minute here in the first. Burrell using the length. Just didn't bank it home.
Everybody has not gotten the memo that BG is in the game. You might not want to challenge her at the rim.
Vinyl just 3 of 16 from the floor. Burrell is 3 of 8. Meanwhile, Phantom 6 of 14. Mabry wiggling in the paint. BG maintains footing. BG is fouled. Griner at the free throw line. One free throw worth 2.
I like the way Phantom come out, though. I just feel like their energy and what they're looking for, they're getting everything. They're getting out in transition, getting the good looks, slowing it down when they need to, getting the ball inside the BG. And again, they're loose. They have nothing to lose. Just play free. Whereas Vinyl, obviously, there is a lot more at stake here, and they need this win. So it's going to be important for them to really execute their offense much better and be much more selective on the shots that they take.
BG leading Unrivaled in block shots. Her WNBA career, 812 blocks. She's only 10 away from you.
Oh, go ahead. Get it, girl. Listen, records are made to be broken. All my records have been broken. Or if I still have some left, hats off to all of these women who have come behind me and been able to surpass anything that I've accomplished. All I know, Brendan, when I did it the best I could at all times.
That's right. I mean, hey, for you, if anything, the full circle moment was being here for the dunk.
Absolutely.
Right? So poetic.
That was great. What a moment.
Mabry on the fly. 14-0 Phantom run.
Sometimes, you know, you think about Vinyl having extra days off, and this is their first game here Saturday versus Phantom playing last night and coming back. Phantom just in a much better rhythm, whereas Vinyl looks a step slow tonight.
It's a good point. There's a back and forth there, right? You want to rest up, but also maintaining the rhythm, getting a Gumbawale back, sidestep 3 by Heidemann. That is how the first quarter closes. Vinyl just 3 of 18 from the floor, trying to keep pace with Laces and missed. Laces in, missed, waiting on this game. Meanwhile, Phantom can play spoiler, already eliminated from playoff contention. 18-8, Ghost Gang in front. You're watching Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. DraftKings is an official partner of Unrivaled, and new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use promo code BANKSHOT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. The return of Arike Ogunbowale after a 5-game absence. These fans are thrilled to see her, having a blast here at the Wayfair Arena in Miami. Week 7 Saturday. Final game of our doubleheader. Laces punched a ticket to the Unrivaled playoffs with a win over Mist earlier. Now Vinyl wants to keep pace with Mist. But right now, it's all Phantom. Lisa, you've said this a few times as Sabali hits the fadeaway jumper in the paint, playing loose and free.
I'm surprised to see as Ryan Howard. Listen, Ryan Howard is ride time right now. Y'all are down, sister. But listen, Phantom playing better than they played the whole time because they actually have nothing to lose. They're calmer. They're playing into the shot clock. They're reading the defense and just finding the open player. And that's sort of what we've hoped for them to do all season long.
Maybe that Howard 3 gets her going. Out there with Hamby and Ogunbowale. Sabali tees one up. Hamby hops in. Up to Arike. Nice hustle by Sabali. 2 against 1. Cloud back to Katie Lou, but De'Erica Hamby
denied at the basket. Come on, Hamby. Listen, it's the time right now. You got to make an impact, and that starts with your defense, and De'Erica Hamby is the player to do it.
Hamby eating right there. 13 on the shot clock. Sabali, no good. Here's Howard assessing the situation. Ryan Howard off balance. Got the bounce. Now 5 in the game for Howard.
All right, we'll take the lucky bounce. See if we can get ride time going, and close some of this lead right now.
Final trailed by 10 at the end of 1, down 7. Ogunbowale, 2-person game. Hamby, now you see me? Now you don't.
I love it. Hamby with the fake handoff and getting a wide open layup.
Cloud no good on the 3. Hamby the rebound, her 7th of the ball game. Was her first bucket moments ago. 3rd in the league in scoring. De'Erica Hamby off the glass.
You got to look at Viner and go, hey, they got in that huddle and probably talked about getting some defensive stops. That's 3, 4 in a row. That's what it takes, and now they're going down scoring every time to close this gap.
Howard behind the back dribble, rolls it back out. Big bright smile. Sabali staying in front of her. Howard accelerates and draws the foul.
That's a tough guard for Sabali to try to keep Ryan Howard out in front of her, but also knowing that Ogunbowale was hanging out on the wing, she really stretches and opens the floor when both of them are on the floor together.
Good to see Jordan Canada back in the ball game. 34 seconds in, took a tumble, and then Natasha Cloud tripped over her after trying to get back on defense. So good sign, Canada back in.
Well, absolutely, and listen, Vinyl on an 11-0 run. When you see Canada come back in, remember, that's what they practiced. They were together, so for her to go out, that kind of throws a little bit in your head mentally that, hey, what we just worked on the day before is not going to happen right now.
Vinyl right back in this one, trailed by 10 at the end of 1. Howard got the hands in, has been on a tear lately defensively. Last 5 games, 9 steals. Pretty J by Katie Lou. How do you do? Long 2.
Oh, Lord, that all rhymed, Brendan. I can't.
That was not intentional. Maybe it was.
I love it. Nice shot by Katie Lou Sanders.
It sounded like my mother right there, getting sick of my jokes. And as Griner tried to wrestle out of traffic there, the foul is on Howard.
Katie Lou with the step back fadeaway. She called it, y'all. It didn't hit glass. She laughed at it a little bit like she wasn't sure if it was going in either.
22-19, Griner gets a hold of it. No look kick, Mabry triple, got it. 3rd 3 for Mabry.
Mabry again, right now, shooting great rhythm. No cares in the world. But guess who else is shooting in great rhythm? Ryan Howard.
Turning back the clocks later tomorrow. Shifted to ride time on this Saturday. Heineman taking a chance. Mabry's got 3 3-pointers after starting 2 of 15 over her first 2 games, and Howard's got a pair. Ray Burrell really was the player that kept Vinyl in the ball game early, scored the first 8 points for the club. Now everyone else has started to settle in. Off the toes, Heineman has speed, and it's ruled over and back. Backcourt violation.
Official timeout.
We get a timeout on the floor. Phantom leading by 3, looks to play spoiler. Vinyl still alive for a playoff spot. Here on TruTV, come back to Miami with us. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Great Taste, 96 calories, Miller Lite, tastes like Miller time. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. Phantom holds a 3-point lead on Vinyl, 25-22. Happy birthday, young man. Repping the Aaliyah Boston jersey out on the floor right now with Canada and Howard.
That's so adorable.
Gotta love the camaraderie and the intimate setting that Unrivaled brings to the table. Week 7 of the regular season, the final weekend of the regular season. The Unrivaled playoffs are next week. Mabry looking for a 4th 3, can't hit. So for Phantoms players, we'll tie a bow and off their separate ways now before next season. Canada for 2 to make it a 1-point game, and now Jordan Canada, a 2-time steals leader, sneaking up on Mabry. The sneak attack doesn't work. That's a foul on Canada. It's her first.
I'm really happy that Jordan Canada was able to make it back out to this game, because Vinyl needs no excuses to get out here and compete, but it's great for them to have their point guard back.
She is the extension of Teresa Weatherspoon. That's high praise. Heineman short on the tray. Now pressuring the basketball. Howard walks it up 10 first half points after starting slow. Howard down the runway, missed it. Took a tumble. Mabry. Leah Boston looked like a secondary player in football, trying to figure out where she was. And on the deep ball, Mabry converts. Gonna reach in on the other end. It's on Mabry. That's her second. And the second team foul on Phantom. Phantom and Vinyl, third and final meeting. It's a split 1-1, so bragging rights on the season series on the line here as well. Phantom could end the year on a positive note. 4 straight losses at 3-10. Mabry lofting with the left and fouled by Boston. Oh, they're going to get Howard. They're going to get Howard there for her third.
That's a tough call. I think Jordan Canada kind of limps off a little bit to go sit back on the side. She's giving it her all.
Mabry at the line for the first time tonight. Now 2 for 2 on the year. Playing in her 3rd game after being out for the first 11 games with a right calf injury. Same praise we gave Jackie Young in game 1. Mabry stuck it out here in Miami, rehabbing, being with the team in meetings. Boston lays it in for 2.
I like it, Aaliyah Boston, getting that offensive board, but keeping the ball high away from the guards is key.
How do you shake that habit, Lisa? How do you eventually shake that habit as a big? To not keep it high.
Yeah, but you get tired of them taking the ball from you, and the only way you can fix it, as Ray Burrell gets down the court so quickly, the only way you can fix it is to get tired of getting it taken.
Good point. Marina Mabry from the Samsung logo. Okay, Marina.
Listen,
you might see that on TikTok later. Marina cooking. 13 points. And Burrell is fouled on the other end by Mabry. It's her 3rd.
I think the tough part about Mabry is that her distance, her ability to shoot the ball is unlimited, and there's times where Ray Burrell, your hands are down, girl. Like, you know, if she can see it, she can make it.
It's got to be a good feeling to get it going here in this setting. Now 3 for 5, as mentioned, 2 for 15 from deep in her first 2 games. Now 12 points for Burrell. Final within 4. We come up on a minute left in the half. Cloud sidestep. Almost traveled out. Goes down for Natasha Cloud. Howard, playful dribble. Intended on going to Boston on the roll. With a kick ball, side out.
And that's a tough position for Howard, because she's usually not the playmaker and the facilitator. She's the shot taker. So those are areas where she's wanting to improve. And Spoon talked about that. Them being comfortable playing positions and being able to do more than just score.
Ray Burrell attempts the step through, now squeezes by Katie Lou and Cloud, but that's a foul.
Foul on Natasha Cloud, her 2nd.
It's the 2nd on Cloud, and Ray Burrell a little shaken up after that play. He's going to hang tough. Ray Burrell with 12 points, as we talked about moments ago, scored the first 8 for Vinyl. It was their only 8 points of the first quarter.
Absolutely, but you know, she can get it going, and that's going to be important right now. When you look over at Vinyl, I see heat packs, and I'm just not sure how strong they're feeling right now as a team, so it's going to be important for them to give it their all.
Thank you, Icy Hot, for being here once again. Griner fouled. By the way, Ray Burrell, a new season high 14. She's picked up a foul. Really, all the role specialists have big nights. We had Shakira Austin have a breakout game last night. Burrell has had her shining moments. It's tough to come off the bench in this league, too, we're coming to find out, in terms of finding your rhythm in the game.
Absolutely. I'll give a shout out, though. Shakira. She was balling.
Monster to help Lunar Owls go to 12-1, set to be the 1 seed in next weekend's Unrivaled playoffs. Rose in, but does not have a seed yet. That can all still shake out. Laces clinched earlier tonight at 7-7. And right now it's 2 clubs playing for 1 spot. Vinyl and Mist.
Yeah, but when you think about the Lunar Owls, man, the weapons that they have, Skylar Diggins-Smith just, Big Mama's been walking everybody down from the point guard spot. And, you know, the point guard on the Rose. Whew, everybody's just been playing so phenomenal. So the top is really set. But who can fill in at the bottom?
Katie Lou Samuelson, 9 points. A really strong back end of the year for Katie Lou, set to join the Seattle Storm this summer. Out of bounds, staying with Vinyl. 3.8 on the shot clock, so a .2 differential.
can we just go back to Lunar Owls one more time? Because Queen Fee, did we not mention, it's not possible to talk about Unrivaled without Queen Fee.
Score at the end of the first half, Phantom.
Just outstanding basketball.
And Phantom leads by 8 at the end of 1. They're going to add time to the clock, it seems. 0.2, yep, because of the violation.
There is still 0.2 seconds on the clock.
Okay, a little window dressing here.
All right. Is that enough time to get a shot
I mean,
off for this?
BG's going to go camp out.
They could lob it.
That's why we just broadcast and don't coach, right?
Well, yeah, pretty much. But I could do that, but I don't want to. BG, they could have lobbed it though for a dunk.
Yes.
It's enough time for that.
Let's go.
We'll continue to use our dry erase boards here at the table. First half's in the books here on TruTV. Phantom playing spoiler maybe? Vinyl down by 8. Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy.
Unrivaled Halftime is brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud.
Back here at the Wayfair Arena, it's Ford halftime. Here's our game summary with Vinyl. 1 point trailed by 10 at the end of 1. Outscored 18-8, but they've worked their way back into the ball game. Phantom second in the league in assists per game. They've got 10 at recess, 15 made field goals. Each club has made 4 threes, and for the most part, both clubs taking care of the basketball. Vinyl still in the playoff hunt as we welcome you to courtside. Brendan Glasheen and Lisa Leslie. We're just getting ourselves situated here. Great to have you joining us here in Miami. 2 bright spots so far in this one. Phantom's eliminated, but Marina Mabry, so grateful, I'm sure, to be back out there knocking down the 3 ball. We're seeing what we expected to see earlier in the year, but this is cool to see Marina go out and ball.
Well, it's great. She has 16 points, and then her ability to shoot it from down, 3-point range has been excellent. She has 5 for 8 field goals, and I just feel like she's playing free, but she also said when she first came back, she needed an oxygen tank. She's looking much better tonight, moving well, and again, Phantom playing free, and they have nothing to lose.
4 made threes from Mabry, one of the elite three-point shooters in professional women's basketball. And on the other side, you know, look, Ryan Howard steals some spotlight for sure, as well as the other players like Hamby. We look back on this, if Vinyl comes back and wins this game, you know, Ray Burrell was crucial scoring those first 8 points and really gave them some tone, set them into the basketball game.
Yeah, I think there was a little wrinkle there when you saw Jordan Canada go out. Ray Burrell comes in, runs off those 8 points, but I love the way she did it. Right in rhythm again, knocking down 3, getting to the basket, really challenging, and I was like, ugh, that was nasty, finishing with the left. But again, from outside, that consistency, she's another very versatile player. So as long as she can continue to just pick and choose her spots, but also staying in that great rhythm, I think Vinyl has a chance, but they have an urgency. They need this game.
Yeah, they had urgency at the beginning of that second quarter. Burrell had 8 in the first, 6 in the second. So now, look, we got to see how the rest of tonight unfolds, but with Mist losing to fall to 5 and 8, Vinyl, if it does go down tonight, that would put Vinyl at 5 and 8, and that would make Monday even more chaotic as far as who will be the 4th and final playoff team. For Lunar Owls, they are the established 1 seed in the Unrivaled playoffs. Next weekend, Rose, led by Chelsea Gray, of course, in the playoffs. We still don't know a seed after Lunar Owls. We know the Owls are the 1, but a lot to still shake out based on how this second half goes here tonight. We'll be back for the second half. Phantom and Vinyl on TruTV. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud. Wayfair Arena. Second half ready to get underway here in Miami. Keys for a comeback are brought to you by Icy Hot, the official topical pain partner of Unrivaled. Lisa Leslie, what do you have for us?
Listen, Icy Hot, Phantom, play free, play free. This game means nothing, but that means everything for them to just finish strong. But they're playing free and they're hitting shots. Vinyl's got to really get more effective in their schemes. I think the pick and roll with Ryan Howard and De'Erica Hamby could be very effective. And then get more transition shots. Stop allowing Phantom to outrun them on this court right now.
Mabry red hot shooting, 4 of 6 from deep. Griner's got 10 off the bench. And Burrell with 14, Ryan Howard with 10. The return of Arike Agumbawale, who came off the bench to start the game. 0 points for Arike, 0 for 4 from the floor. Canada was banged up in the first minute. Great to see her return to action. Hamby bottled up, just 4 in the first half for Hamby. That's Teresa Weatherspoon. Should Vinyl get in, make some noise, trying to find the right rotation with the two bigs, and Hamby and Leah Boston. Phantom is going to challenge the foul call.
Still feeling good.
With the second half underway, at recess, Stephanie Reddy caught up with both head coaches.
I did, guys, and Teresa Weatherspoon told me that defense, plain and simple, was the answer for them. But then she went on to explain that she wants to see the offense flow a lot better. If they have a flowing offense, they give themselves a chance. Now, on the other side, Coach Harrington told me about the Phantom. He was happy with their physicality. They got loose balls. He does want to see them keep getting the ball out fast. Transition's working for him, guys.
Good stuff, Stephanie. Ryan Howard connects from distance. Now the 4-3 for Ryan Howard. Sabally for two on the other end.
Sabally with great patience there, able to take advantage of De'Erica Hamby.
Howard now tied with Kayla McBride. 41 made threes to lead Unrivaled. This time, a playmaker for Hamby. Katie Lou using the body. Couldn't frame it up. Sabally extra. Cloud three. Got it. They are loose, these ghosts.
Listen, the ghosts, Natasha Cloud with 10 points. They're just playing. It doesn't matter. They're like they're on the playground right now.
Howard laying it up. Fifth three.
Listen, it's the third quarter. It's right time. I'm calling it out right now. She has 19.
5 made threes. Now back in front is the league leader, 42 on the year. Hamby stepping through the defense. Sabally controls. Steps into a three. Knocks it down. Everybody gets a turn.
Everybody gets a three. You get a three. Sabally lining it up nice from three.
Each club has made 7, but Ryan Howard, presented by Samsung Galaxy for you at home. Number 6 for Howard, and Sabally's got a chance at 3 the old-fashioned way.
I think Sabally should just did the too little sign right there, because I appreciate the unicorn with the post up and finish on the inside.
Well, it seems that after the coach's challenge, it sparked everybody.
Well, I believe with fandom, whether you have anything on the line or not, you want to have a win. You want to leave with a win. You want to feel like maybe we didn't play our best basketball here, but we finished strong.
We're now up to 28 points in the third quarter combined. In 2.5 minutes of action. Reiner checks in. Let's see how Vinyl handles that on the defensive end. Boston out there, Burrell and Howard. Boston the screen, Howard triple number 7 strong. On the reset, 12 seconds to shoot, now it's down to 8. Burrell on the swing. Ray Burrell, tough shot. Katie Lou Samuelson's length, very disruptive. Cloud gets downhill, heaves it, heading to the line. Ever since, Lisa, we talked to Adam Harrington about Cloud's one-on-one capability. She's putting her head down, going strong to the basket.
Well, I like it, and she knows that that's something that she said when she first got here. I wanted to improve on my one-on-one and being able to finish at the rim, and she's really done an excellent job of focusing on that and putting pressure on the defense by trying to finish at the rim.
Had 13 last night. Made 2 3-pointers. Made 2 threes and has 12 in this ball game. Phantom leading by 10. Howard off the catch, rattles in another. 7 for Ryan Howard, the 5th here in the third.
It's right time.
It isn't enough. Still down 7 points. You gotta get stops on the other end.
Okay, Tosh, I see you on cloud 9 out here.
Number 8. Burrell's open. I'll tell you, Phantom eliminated. They could just be the friendly ghosts, like Casper. But they're like, you know what? We're gonna make this challenging for Vinyl and not let them walk on us. Final timeout.
Natasha Cloud doing a nice job getting in her bag with the turnaround jumper. I see you on cloud 9.
Thank you to Miller Lite for being the official beer sponsor of Unrivaled. Go Scan, Phantom, playing spoiler here in this one. Midway through the third quarter, up by 11 points. BG and company already eliminated from playoff contention. Vinyl at 5 and 7, still alive. Looking to surpass Mist, which fell to 5 and 8 with the loss to Laces, who are in the playoffs, the third club to clinch. Arike looking for her first points. Arike Agumbawale. Pretty step back.
I like it too. That was a beautiful setup, and you saw BG really out on her, unable to guard as she picks up an offensive foul. With a hard screen on Burrell.
Having a conversation with the official on the other end. Look, Lisa, both clubs have 3 turnovers. That's now the 4th on Phantom with the offensive foul, but it's hard to figure out how this is a 9-point game. Phantom shooting 51% from the floor. Finals made more 3-pointers, but it's the 2-point shooting. Now, Arike just made one, but Final 9 of 27 inside the 3-point arc. They're shooting better from 3 than from 2.
I don't know what the answer to that is, because Phantom has just been so loose. They've shot the ball so well, and they've been very effective in their transition offense. So I think they get so much faster than what Vinyl's been able to do.
Natasha Clouds had a big part in Phantom's game plan, joined now by Stephanie Reddy.
Yes, she is. Thanks a lot, Brendan. Okay, talk to us. What's happening? You guys are having so much fun out there.
Yeah, I mean, this is our last game. Unfortunately, we didn't finish the season where we wanted to. Obviously, we wanted to get in the playoffs and all those good things in the inaugural season, but I think you're just really seeing our joy. Like, no matter if we were winning or losing, the joy on this team, the joy of being around one another, that was the most important piece to us every single day. And what a joy it's been to play these 10 weeks with this group of women. So we're just trying to go out with a bang, make sure we show everyone what Phantom basketball truly is about with 6 healthy players. And now more than anything, too, just going out with a win and going out on a good note.
And we're seeing the execution at a high level. I mean, you're playing very loose. You've already stated why. But how good is this team?
I wish we would have had our 6 all season long. It would have been a completely different season for us. Obviously, not having Marina Mabry, I mean, that's 20 points off the board per game. So T has been great with coming in and kind of being that player that gets pushed around every other team. But for the most part, our core, I'm really proud of us, the 4 of us that's kind of played through the season and endured everything. But I'm just really happy to be finishing with this group.
All right, last question before I get out of here. What have you taken away from this Unrivaled experience?
The relationships with the people. You know, in the W, we'll know each other, but we don't get this intimate setting where we really get to know each other on not just a surfacey level, but like on a more intimate level. And these relationships, right? I believe in iron sharpens iron. We're having great games out here with great players every single night, so that's been the most special thing to me. But even more special having my girl courtside tonight. She just finished another healthy AU season, signed to New York, so I'm just happy to have her here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Guys.
All right, Natasha Cloud, great stuff. Trading threes, both clubs. Mabry just answered the Boston one. Marina again.
1 minute.
Woo, we're about to have a shootout, seriously, from 3-point range. Vinyl really needed to get Howard a good shot. Good look at the basket. Right on cue, okay. It is Rye time. It really is. She has 25 points and 7 rebounds, and I think Vinyl needs to be a little bit more assertive to run plays for her and get her shots.
Mabry has answered each time, too, with 19 points. Marina Mabry with 5 threes. Feeds Griner, working against Howard. Hard to stop that. 65-56, Howard 3, true! Another triple for Ryan Howard, that's 8.
Well, what I love about Ryan Howard is that it doesn't matter what happens on the defensive end, shots made or missed, she's gonna come out and she's gonna take the shots that she knows that she can make.
It's a new unrivaled single game high, 8 threes in a ball game by one single player. Howard's made 8 of their 11, looking for more. As we approach that winning score, 4th, leaning on Mabry, she got the steal. 67-59, so 78 is our winning score as we head to the 4th quarter here in Miami. Phantom looks to play spoiler. Everyone getting a turn. Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. We'll be right back. into the fourth quarter. The winning score is presented by State Farm, and it's 78 points. Established by Phantom. Let's take a look at the assist of the game, Lisa. It's presented by State Farm.
Nice bounce pass, but over the top to BG. Streaking to the basket. Marina passing a first good shot for a great shot. BG able to finish at the rim.
Griner with 12. Mabry's got 21. 5 threes. Cloud 14. Sabali 10. 4 double figures. Folks, Ryan Howard, 8 made threes. A new unrivaled single game record. She's sitting at 30 points. Her second 30-point game of the year. Her first since week 1. BG, that's automatic.
That's unstoppable, but Marina doing a nice job getting downhill, putting pressure on the defense to guard. Needing help, BG, easy layup.
The fourth quarter is commercial free, and it's brought to you by AT&T. Hamby in the act of shooting, got hit on the shoulder, and earns a trip to the free throw line. Final, looking to stay in the picture and on pace with Mist, who lost earlier to drop to 5-8. Laces now in at 7-7. This is the last we'll see of Phantom. The final quarter would be special for Phantom Basketball Club to end the season on a win. Mabry's played a big role in her third game played at the calf. Nursing it all year long. She got doubled and fouled. It's on Hamby, just her first.
The aggression of Mabry, could you imagine how good Phantom would have been if she had been able to play more of this season?
Hard to not think that. Leans in, short. Of course, Ionescu not here again this weekend, out due to personal commitments that were known prior to the start of the year. Phantom by 10. Final looks to push for a comeback as Howard rolls through and scores. 32 for Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard's release is so quick that there's no time for the defense to even react.
Been their main bread and butter, really. I mean, you consider Burrell's got 14, had the first 8 of the game. And no one else in double figures. Canada, the trickery on the break. And 1.
Nice finish for Jordan Canada, and I love the way not only did she challenge BG, but she knew BG was going to block her shot, using the rim as a protector, able to finish on the other side. And here's Vinyl. They have time. Listen, there's no time clock, but to be able to get to the free throw line, Brennan, that's one of the strategies that I talk about down the stretch. If you're behind, finding ways to get fouled, get those extra points.
Hey, let's get to the rim. Let's make them foul us, okay? Shoot our open shots. Great job. Hey, let's go horn small. Okay, let's rebound this miss if she misses it, but let's get it in. Take care of every possession, okay? Hey, right here, hit Satu. Lou, I want you to rip Tasha. Tasha will get out, okay? Satu, if you look and have a quick face-up, if not, okay? If not, I want you to DHO at Lou and play this little game with Lou. See if they mess it up, Lou, shoot this, even if it's a 2. If not, then Satu will roll, and now you can post up Satu. Satu, when you catch this, square up though. Why this rip has happened, if you can go hard, go. Draw foul, okay? Here we go.
All right, so Adam Harrington wants to get his group back on the same page, take a deep breath after Howard led Canada to the bucket and 1. Pretty special performance by Howard. 32, 9 boards, 4 assists, a steal. Doing everything she can to keep Vinyl in playoff contention.
Absolutely, and I just think it's important for Coach Teaspoon to recognize, listen, she's beyond hot, keep feeding her, and make your substitutions according to who's going to help Ryan Howard get the ball down the stretch.
Cloud on the floor with Katie Lou and Sabali. Cloud off the mark, it's Howard, Canada, and Hamby, the starting trio for Vinyl. Ryan Howard keeps those feet in front of the half-court line. Canada used the fake, driving, could not bank it home. Cloud keeps the head on a swivel. Sabali. Vinyl leads the quarter, 5-2. Howard dashing to the basket and got fouled.
I like it, and Howard just so smart, recognizing that Satu was a little out of position. She was able to cut her off and get the foul.
You know for sure Teresa Weatherspoon is going to inject everything she can to keep her group and that mindset sharp.
Well, here's where high IQ basketball is really important. Get to the free throw line. Obviously, you want to make shots, but also getting fouled helps you close the gap. But missing free throws is what Vinyl has been doing down the stretch.
4 for 8. Howard, an 82% free throw shooter on the year. Sabali wrapped up. Canada takes a tumble. Trying to give the foul there. A clear mismatch in terms of height. 6'4", Satu Sabali. 5'6", Jordan Canada. But was it a basketball play?
Fouls on Jordan Canada, her second. The officials will review the call to see if there's a potential up.
Here tonight, 1 for 1 and 63% for the season. Adam Harrington just encouraged her. Go out there, knock this down. Feet look good, now follow through. And saying the same when it comes to shooting the ball from the outside.
Absolutely, they're looking for her to possibly shoot a 3 or something outside on the perimeter as they talked about. But her footwork, posting up and trying to find the mismatch is what they want right now.
Could not finish around the rim, sticking with it on the effort, and a foul on Vinyl. It's on Hamby. That's the second on De'Erica Hamby. And Teresa Weatherspoon is going to challenge the foul. Heated discussion right now between the Vinyl personnel and Angel Kent. Now Tasha Cloud's got to break it up. Oh boy. A little late season drama. Howard and Sabali exchanging maybe dinner plans?
Listen, right now it's a little smoky. Because when you want the smoke, they go after it, and it's a battle, and that's what's happening out here. But you got to give, you know, hats off to both players. It's a physical play. I mean, I don't see anything that's just, you know, outrageous. They're going for the ball. We know De'Erica Hamby has one of the toughest engines out here. I think between her and Angel Reese, it's just, you know, that's how they play. They play strong, they play physical. AT,
yeah,
another strong physical player, as well as Satu Sabali.
Read that, okay? Lou might be open on this screen here, too.
She might be open on that shot.
Yeah. But she's going to set a good screen. You use it. No matter what, unless they really jump it, you can pop back for a three, but come with force. Make them foul you.
After the challenge,
Call on the floor stands. It's been confirmed. I mean, that was the tough part, right? Conclusive evidence or not to overturn the call. And you understand the emotion of it for Vinyl and wanting to kind of get back at Sabali there, but the call stands. Not in the act of shooting, so 12 to shoot for Phantom, within 7 of the winning score. Now, if Vinyl were to not win this game, that does not end its season. Still alive going into Monday, but that would mean 2 5-8 clubs in Mist and Vinyl vying for one last spot. Laces in, Rose in, Lunar Owls, the 1 seed in the Unrivaled playoffs next weekend. Howard downhill driving and figures if they're going to call it on that end, I can get it on this end.
Well, that's the strategy Howard needs. Attack the basket, again, score, or get to the free throw line.
There's Howard at the line. Vinyl as a club, 4 for 8. Howard 1 for 2. 5-point game. Vinyl 12 away from the winning score, Phantom 7 away. This is the final night we'll see Phantom not going to the playoffs. Sabali takes a tumble. And Barks over at the Vinyl huddle. Now this is just a free throw exchange. Physical play. Howard and Sabali are still chirping at each other.
One shot for 2 points.
Satu back at the line. 2 for 2 so far. This matchup should be good. Howard adding to a season-high 34. Ryan Howard for 3. It's a 2-point game.
Well, it's a 2-point game. Right time is happening, but I think it's in time for Mabry to get back in the game as well.
37 for Howard. The unrivaled record is 39. We've never seen a 40-point game. Hamby, kick ball. Stays with Vinyl. Mabry and Griner come into the ball game for Sabali and Katie Lou. And it's the starting trio staying in the game for Teresa Weatherspoon. Howard's made 9 3-pointers, continuing to add to a new unrivaled single-game record. Cloud defends. Canada, jab step left, working in the middle. Hamby making Griner move and defend up top. And an offensive foul. Fourth on Hamby.
Hamby just trying to be aggressive, getting to the basket. But of course, there's the veteran, Mabry at the basket, willing to sacrifice her body. That was an easy call for the official.
Feels vinyl, not Vinum, combining two team names. Vinyl has wind at its sails. Phantom stuck in mud a bit now, and Griner overthrows Mabry. 7th turnover for the Ghost Gang.
And why would Phantom have BG as the passer versus BG posting up down low? Oh well.
And timeout Phantom.
Person in the corner, and whoever's handling it, BG will come get. If not, we go to the wides. They're great. Just we need space for us to operate. We were getting too clogged up. Hey, every cut, every move has to be like we want to win this game, especially on the offensive end. But we're doing great defense. Okay, come on, here we go. Now I got no more timeouts. Here we go.
So Adam Harrington's like, this is the last you're going to hear from me in this controlled setting. Here we go.
Well, when you talk about giving your team freedom and trying to figure it out on their own, this is the time. But when you have BG out on the floor, I don't know why it doesn't seem obvious to get her in the paint. Like, no one can match up with her down low.
Vinyl outscoring Phantom in the quarter, 10-4. Howard's got 37. Unrivaled single game record is 38. Howard working, using the handle, sidestep 3, short, gets the board, kick it. Hamby gets a turn, connects! Vinyl leads by 1.
Excellent rebound by Howard and great kick out to De'Erica Hamby.
Mabry finds BG, deposits for 2, Phantom by 1. Howard was slow to get up, a bit nicked up on that play. Jordan Canada probing, remaining at the controls. Canada the spin, Hamby again. Howard skies in on board. Canada out to Howard for 40. No.
Oh man, I was hoping she was gonna knock that one down.
Yet to see an unrivaled player reach 40 in a game. Phantom needs 5 points for the upset. Griner for 2.
Well, it seems very simple, but Phantom, get the ball down to BG and no one can stop her.
Winning score is 78. Hamby looking for Howard, but cloud draped all over with 3 to shoot. Canada finds Hamby, no whistle. And Howard gives the foul on Marina Mabry. That puts Vinyl over the limit. So Mabry heads to the line. For 1 worth 2, so this would not end the game.
Foul, Ryan Howard. Marina Mabry to the line. Shooting 1 shot for 2
Howard
points.
clearly frustrated, taking a long walk to the opposite corner baseline to blow off some steam. Here's Mabry's night, by far her best at Unrivaled. In her 3rd game of the year, knocks it in. That's 1 worth 2. 77-72. Phantom on a 6-0 run, 1 stop and a score. They'd end the season with a win. Jordan Canada, the stop and start.
Nice split screen. Vinyl did a nice job on that play, getting Canada freed up for a layup.
Marina Mabry, spin move. Mabry for the win. No rim, just water. 26 for Marina Mabry, and the Ghost Gang can fly on out of here with a W. Oh no, and a bit of a delayed celebration now as a player down.
Ryan Howard got hit with the screen from BG. And, you know, the officials didn't call a foul, but she hit the floor. And we hope she's okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't show hers. No, that's fine, that's fine.
But you got to love how no matter what happens, all players are rooting for each other. They're pushing cameras back. They don't want to see a player get hurt.
Ryan Howard back to her feet. Nice warm round of applause from the folks here in the building at Wayfair Arena. Marina Mabrey with the game winner moments ago, finished with 23 points. That sets up for a crazy Monday. Missed in final, both 5 and 8. Marina Mabrey, joined by Stephanie Reddy.
Thank you so much, Brendan. All right, we were just chatting a little bit before we came on. Congratulations on the win. Woo-hoo. Back!
Thanks,
That's right, you're back. I'm glad that Tatu said that. How does it feel to be out here?
I'm just happy with all the patience that everyone at Unrivaled showed me, especially my teammates and the fans and everyone. So I worked hard to be back, so I'm really grateful for my teammates that they welcomed me back like this.
This was the last game for the Phantom. You knew that you were already eliminated, but you all played loose, you executed. What does that say about this team?
Yeah, I think we had great vibes all season, and like, obviously,
shooters gonna shoot, right?
And shooters are gonna shoot. But also just like, we haven't had our team all season. We had a lot of ins and outs, injuries and so on. So just keeping our spirits up and knowing that we can play, and hopefully we'll be back next year a little healthier.
Speaking of next year, let's take a look back at this season. It's the first for Unrivaled. What has this experience been like for you?
I mean, from playing in the W, playing in Europe, and playing here, the atmosphere is amazing. There's a very intimate with the fans and also the players. And then also just getting to know a lot of people that I've worked with, worked against, and getting to make those relationships too.
Thank you for stopping. Nice job.
Thank you.
Brendan.
Okay, 26 for Marina Mabrey. Excellent night. Let's go to the play of the game. It's presented by Salesforce.
Well, of course, Marina Mabrey is a part of that hard screen by Brittany Griner. She was a wall and allowed Mabrey to get that three-point shot. An excellent look. Her first game winner, and we knew it wouldn't be her last. She can't wait for next year.
So Phantom season is now over at 4-10, a season-high 80 points. That sets up final playing Lunar Owls. We got to keep an eye on that. And then, of course, we've got Rose and Mist. Mist in final, both 5 and 8. Head-to-head tiebreaker. They're both 1 and 1. So then you go to playoff record, your record against playoff teams. Mist 2 and 6. Final 3 and 5. So right now, final has the tiebreaker, but we got another game for each of these clubs to play to see how it shakes out.
It's going to be so exciting. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Alrighty, should be good. Monday night, 7 Eastern. Join the folks in the studio from Atlanta, and we'll tip it 7:30 on Monday night. One last night in the regular season of the inaugural season of Unrivaled. For Stephanie Reddy, Lisa Leslie, our producer Damon Fisher, Dave Kamen's our director, and KC Colebrook on stats, Brendan Glass-Sheen. Unrivaled Unlocked coming up next.